lock it in.
You're going stupid.
The Build Different podcast, lock it in.
Critical mode.
3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody back to the Build Different podcast. This is Off the Backboard episode 20. So this is
big
another
2-0.
Yes, sir. This is another segment of ours getting into the 20th episode. NFL joined it. MLB's already there. Different conversations 10 episodes away. Woo! But we're here, brother. We are here.
We live.
We're here to talk everything NBA season, from that crazy Damian Lillard trade
Jesus Christ.
to how stacked the West actually is, to how many championship favorites we actually got, to Klay Thompson playing the power forward for the Warriors. I don't know, but this season's going to be crazy.
The season's going to be interesting.
It almost just gave me a stroke explaining all that.
Powerful. Head ass.
But yeah, man, how you feeling? This is good. This is some good shit.
Bro, before we started this, we were just going over some things. And I have never been more indecisive as a basketball fan than I am right now.
Yeah.
Just because the league is so deep. All these teams, are so deep. Even our 15th seeds.
Yeah. These might be
got rosters, bro.
These might be the best 15 seeds of all time.
I feel like... Okay, well...
I feel like let's debate.
Oh, at one time?
Yeah,
at one
let's
time?
debate.
No, I think you're right.
Imagine debating that.
2002! What? Yeah, I think the league is fucking stacked, and I think low-key they need an expansion before these teams just become juggernauts, bro.
Yeah, no, because we're talking about, and what I'm looking at and what I have is that the Spurs would be last in the West. Maybe, but it's crazy because you can argue the Spurs for maybe a play-in spot if Victor Wembanyama just performs. If he just performs, that team they have Greg Popovich too, a locked-in Greg Pop.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, for the West, my 1 through 11, what I have, I got Spurs as last, but yeah, I could see them for some reason pushing a 11th, 10th seed. But my top 11 teams, I could see being interchangeable.
Yeah.
Inter-fucking-changeable. And
I'm there all the way to 13.
It hurt. 13 is crazy. But it hurts me. The West 14. Is so deep. The East still pretty deep, but I feel like their top 5 are pretty obvious,
locked in. Right?
But their 6 through 12 are real difficult as well. So
I agree.
I don't know. I feel like the league is in a great space, but
it's gonna be a fun fucking
they
season
need to spread out all this talent.
It's gonna be a fun season to cover.
That's a fact.
I think we're gonna track it every episode how much the West changes. Imagine it's just boring as shit.
No, it's so stagnant. But I was telling him, man, I think within the next year or two, because there isn't going to be an expansion for a few years at least.
Yeah, because they got to plan it.
Yeah, I think low key, I could see the number 1 seed in the West being 48 wins, and the lowest seed in the West being 30 wins,
which is nuts.
Because I feel like there's just going to be not much parity between the teams, and it's going to be real even-keeled, 1 through 14 low-key.
And it's gonna be so sweaty, so drastic.
Yeah,
because
my God.
If one of your star players gets hurt, there is a good
You'll
chance
drop 7 seeds.
You miss the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
Because no one got hurt on the Mavericks. They literally just went on one little-ass cold run, and they were done.
They went from 5 to 11.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. They got Kyrie and went from 5 to 11.
And, all right. Had to get some iced tea. Want more Parmesan? No. But, yeah, to dig right in, because it's going to be a great season, and this kind of added a whole nother fucking layer to it. The Milwaukee Bucks. Didn't really see this coming.
No.
I feel like we should have in some kind of way.
No, I just didn't see them in the running at all.
The Bucks get Damian Lillard.
Yeah, the fuck they do.
And
the fuck they do.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking disgusting. So the Heat, they don't get nothing at all. They don't even get Jrue Holiday. The Blazers said fuck the Miami Heat basically altogether.
They called out Damian Lillard's bluff,
Yeah.
I won't play for anybody but the Heat. Psych.
And it was such a weird obsession, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You probably want to be in the nice weather in Miami, just getting divorced from your wife.
Yeah.
Yo, maybe that's why he wanted to go to Miami.
Because he was getting ready to divorce his wife? That's fucked. And
that's why he wanted to go to...
And he got a prenup.
Yeah, so...
He keeping his.
Hats off to Damian Lillard. Don't know anything about that situation, so we won't speak up too much on it. But Damian Lillard divorcing his wife, traded to the Bucks, so his life is about to be a lot different starting next year. I honestly love it because he's going to be focused on basketball.
Hopefully.
I mean, you know how it goes with this shit. They give the kids to their ex-wife to take care of for the year. He pays her off pretty well. I'm bugging right now.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Pays her off. Damian Lillard's going to be locked in. I love it. But anyway, Damian Lillard to the Bucks, Jrue Holiday to the Celtics, DeAndre Ayton to the DeAndre Ayton to the Trailblazers, Brogdon to the Trailblazers, Time Lord to the Trailblazers, a whole bunch of firsts to the Trailblazers, 3 of them.
And then 2 pick swaps.
2 pick swaps.
And guess, I'm going to be real. 2028 and 2030 pick swaps, we don't know what the Bucks is going to be in
Probably
7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Suns, they're getting great. This is honestly such an underrated part of the deal. The Suns get Grayson Allen, Keon Johnson, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic, which I like.
It adds a lot more depth, but to me, it's just like...
That's what they needed. They needed depth. Honestly, when I looked at the Suns' depth chart, it was nice that they had DeAndre Ayton, but at the same time, it was like... He's pissed that he's not getting the ball.
That's true, but what is
Nurkic
doing there?
Nurkic is there, like... Listen, people gotta...
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna say he's like a beast or he's great or anything like that. I love his game, though.
He's a bad defender.
Yeah, but is this team worried about defense right now?
They should have some type of worry. But if none of your top 5 players can play defense. Was
DeAndre Ayton some big defender? No.
He's at least young and athletic.
But
he can get around.
Young and athletic, but what did that translate
But
into?
he can get around and make shots uncomfortable for people a lot more than Nurkic can.
Yeah, but at the same time,
And Nurkic, injury prone.
I think if you're the Suns, with the offense that they have, I think it's a good case to make.
Was this a good pickup for them? Yes. I'm not shitting on the Suns. I just am not huge on Nurkic.
But when it comes to the Suns, I think most importantly that their offense is going to be their defense.
Yeah.
Especially if they're healthy. You got Beal, Booker, KD, just clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
I'm probably forgetting someone out of that mix, but they hold on. Let me pull up their depth chart because
you got Eric Gordon, you got Watanabe, you got Josh Okogie,
who's not no slouch.
Yeah, those are all guys that can do shit. Yep, you got Grayson Allen now. Nasir Little, I feel like, is going to get minutes. Bull could low-key be a diamond in the rough here.
And I like it. If Nurkic goes down, you still got this combination of Bull and Drew Eubanks.
Yeah, Drew Eubanks is no slouch. He's
underrated.
No slouch. He plays
almost
hard.
Won me a whole fantasy league.
He plays hard. That's what. Oh, yo, when I had him, because I dropped him to you after I was done, right? Yeah, I had him most of the damn year, and that motherfucker was putting up numbers for me.
So that's what I mean. I think, obviously, if one of Kevin Durant, Booker, or Beal gets injured, this team looks a lot worse.
A lot.
And that's clear.
A lot.
But if they are to stay healthy, their offense is definitely going to be their defense. And they have so much shooting that you just needed to fill out the rest of the depth. Because, listen, Keon Johnson, Grayson Allen, and Nasir Little are great depth pieces. Because, obviously, I don't think you're going to really play Nasir Little right away.
No, I don't think you're going to play Keon Johnson. Nasir Little is a great 3-and-D player.
Yeah.
I think him and Grayson Allen can slot in easily. I don't think Keon Johnson's playing much at all this year.
But if someone gets hurt, Keon Johnson can fill a role.
I think if somebody who gets hurt, replacement gets hurt. I think that's what Keon Johnson
Either way, we're not going to argue about Keon Johnson.
Yeah. Fuck Keon Johnson. No, not fuck him, but I don't really care about him.
Anyway, back to the main point, though.
Yeah, Suns was the lowest team.
This trade did a lot for so many teams, man.
Yeah.
So the Bucks, they get Damian Lillard because Giannis was scaring the shit out of Milwaukee.
The media. He was getting them shook.
He was frying Milwaukee.
One thing that we know is when Giannis might leave, Milwaukee will make a change. They've done it twice now, and the first time it happened, resulted in a championship that same year.
And I like
so,
that.
Hey,
Milwaukee listens to their stars.
Not saying...
I love that. They take care of them.
He takes care of his stars. And I'm not saying they're going to get a ring this year, but hey, it happened the right way last time. And now you upgraded even more. Yeah, your depth took a little bit of a hit. But
this kind of reminds me of what would have happened if AD stayed in New Orleans.
Nolans, no.
They would have gotten Zion regardless. Remember? This could have been like AD, but the Pelicans are kind of a shitty franchise regardless.
Well, they're a shitty franchise. Yeah. They didn't put nobody around him for 8 years, and then let's get Zion, who's gonna still play 20 games out of the year. Like, okay, what's that do?
But this trade did so much. Like Lillard to the Bucks, that's gonna make Giannis happy, but that actually really fills out that fucking team. Because like Jrue Holiday, I love Jrue Holiday in Milwaukee, but it's like if he's gonna give you the postseason performance that he gave you, not be able to step up into that number 2 role when Chris Middleton.
That's the thing. Because to me, it was It was the fact that Chris Middleton was missing so much time, and Jrue Holiday, he was a perfect third option. Yeah, he was a shaky 2 option. Lillard has been a 1 option his whole career, so he has to just take the 2. Most nights Lillard might still be the number 1 option.
Oh, yeah, he's still because
Giannis doesn't get Giannis doesn't get control of the ball and then take up the shot clock. Giannis gets his points fluidly. Giannis gets his points through alley-oops or a quick little post-up or a cut and they throw it to him. They throw a lob or something. Lillard is still going to have the ball majority of the time. Lillard's still going to be more or less the number 1 option. Is he the best player on the team? No. Is he going to be the number 1 option? Yes. So...
Yeah. What I love
when Middleton goes down, because it's inevitable. He's going to go down at some point. He's Thanos. Boom, broken leg.
Now he just plays 81 games and just shakes his fist at Matt. Hits Matt up after he plays.
I'm not scared about Damian Lillard not being able to take a second role because it's going to go fluid.
I think Giannis and Dame want to win so bad that they're just going to figure it out every night. Whatever's needed for that night, they're going to figure out.
The only thing I'm shaky about is the 2 guard is Wesley Matthews. And it's just, not Wesley Matthews. Wesley Matthews. He's out of the league at this point, isn't he? Malik Beasley.
He's so underrated, though.
I'm not shitting on him. I like Malik Beasley. He was on the Lakers. I'm saying that not because of his offense. I love his offensive game. Yeah. But him and Dame in a backcourt together is a tough thing for defenses.
Yeah, but
for their defense.
I also don't expect Malik Beasley to be in the starting lineup every night because you still have Pat Connaughton, who's probably they're going to slide in for some matchups. But, you're right.
But also, to me, I'm not putting too much weight on it only because whoever gets by Dame or Beasley is going to be Giannis and Brook Lopez there, or Bobby Portis.
Giannis is going to be more fresh now because he's not going to be required to carry everything on his back.
Yeah.
So Giannis is going to be way more of a defensive presence.
Yeah.
He was in top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year voting. I don't know how many years in a row.
A bunch.
Chris Middleton. This pushes him into the 3rd option.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah, Chris Middleton is your 3rd option.
He can ease back now. So if he's still hurt or he still needs to get his feet under him, he's going to get to ease back fully.
Yeah, because I'm going to be real. Damian Lillard's offense is Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday's combined. So he can cover 2 people's roles on offense, low-key.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about their offense at all.
And their bench, you're talking about, Jay Crowder, Bobby Portis, Cameron Payne. It seems like Jay Crowder is going to actually have a better role this year.
Cameron Payne's not on that team.
Yeah. They picked him up.
Didn't the Spurs get him?
No. They let him go.
Oh, they let him go? I didn't know they let him go.
Yeah, Cameron Payne's on the Bucks.
Oh, okay. That's not bad then. Yeah, I didn't even know that part.
I don't fuck with him like that, but
he's a great backup.
And then you're going to have Connaughton or Beasley be, the other guy.
But there's the thing. 1 injury. Who's that next man up?
I think
it's not looking good after that next man up mentality.
Obviously, if there's a major injury to Dame or Giannis, this team doesn't win. That's obvious.
No, I'm just saying even regular guys.
If it's a minor
Brook Lopez goes down. Bobby Portis takes a spot. Who's taking Bobby Portis' spot?
That won't matter.
Will it not have a good backup big?
That they can trade at that point in time.
who are they?
They always
trading?
do. They always find
I'm not just trying to argue everything you're saying, but it's just like these are real arguments that you're going to use against me when I bring up Celtics. So I'm going to use them against you first.
So I mean, yeah, but this is the Bucks thing. Like they will make that trade if it's not a major injury. Like a minor injury, I have no worry whatsoever. Because again, like we know what Giannis can do on his own. We know what Dame can do on his own. My real worry for the Milwaukee Bucks comes from their coaching.
Yeah, they got Adrian Griffin.
We don't really know
He's
what
first year coach.
We don't know what's
first
expecting. He could be great. He could be dog shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it really matters too much.
I think it does because guess what? Budenholzer was a big reason why they didn't win. But
also a big reason why why they were winning too.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I really did not.
I think the players were what won them that championship. I don't think it was much of Budenholzer.
Yeah, you got a point.
Because Budenholzer does not make good reads and does not change lineups when it's dire. He will just let it rock. And he calls terrible timeouts. He's one of the worst timeout caller coaches in the league.
I agree.
Love Budenholzer. He's great, but it's just like he's good. He's good tier coach. He's not a great or an elite tier coach, but he's definitely not bad. So he's just a good tier coach. But this team needs a great coach. Yeah. And they needed Damian fucking Lillard.
And they got it.
And they fucking got him. Low-key, too, I do love the pickup of Ty Washington. Yeah. I think the Rockets just gave the fuck up on him. They didn't give him much scratch at all as rookie.
And that's the thing. When you argue, like, who are the next man up, we're talking Ty Washington.
Marjan,
yeah, I was going to say him.
Marjan Beauchamp's good.
I don't feel like
that's it, though. That's it, though.
Right, but I mean, besides that, you can make a trade. I like it. They're in good shape.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, it's a top 2 team in the East for me. I'm not shitting on them.
No.
They're a top 2 team in the East for me.
Question.
Yeah, no, I think they will be fine.
So
barring any injury from Giannis and Dame.
Before we talk the Celtics, because that's going to be a whole debate most likely. The Trailblazers, they get DeAndre Ayton. He's pretty happy to be there. So finally, he's fucking happy to actually play basketball again. Which, not for nothing. I know I sat here and said, DeAndre Ayton isn't the best defender, but at the same time, DeAndre Ayton, I feel like at the top of his game can be really, really good.
Yeah.
And he can bring a lot to Portland. But they also got Time Lord, Malcolm Brogdon.
Bro.
This is another sneaky team in the West now.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I got one sec. I got the Blazers as a 14th seed. You want to know why? Because I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. That's
bro,
really
I got
it.
them 13th because I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Bro, it's just like, yes, they're rebuilding, but I put money. Shaden Sharp is going to average at least 17 points a game this upcoming season.
How much money you want to put on that?
Calm down. I'm putting money that Anthony Simons is going to go off and put up at least 23 points a game this year.
How much money do you want to put on that?
Calm down. I am putting money that Scoot Henderson is going to be top 3 in Rookie of the Year voting.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I just feel like that team is going to be good. And then guess what? They just got DeAndre fucking Ayton and Time Lord to be, you know what? We need defense? Time Lord. We need offense? Ayton. It's just what the fuck is going on? And then Jeremy Grant, 20-point per game scorer, good defender. Like, yeah. It's just, I don't know where to throw this team.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but how good do you think Scoot Henderson's actually going to be?
I think
he's confident,
bro. I think Scoot Henderson could be a generational player. I don't like saying any new draft pick. I think that guy because he went top 3.
He's going to be the starting point guard.
I think he could low-key be a John Morant type player,
and he's going to be the starting point guard.
Oh yeah, Brogdon's a 6-man.
So knowing that, the reason why I asked you that is because I think this team comes down to Scoot Henderson's success. Because you got Scoot, Simons, Shaden Sharp, Jeremy Grant, DeAndre Ayton. We're forgetting Jeremy Grant, by the way. He's still. I said. No, I know, but that's what I'm like. In the big grand scheme of things, he's there for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then off the bench, you're talking Brogdon, Time Lord, and they just got a whole bunch of other shit that I'm looking at. But regardless, man, health. Scoot Henderson performs. This is another team that's sneaky as shit.
Bro, it's just, I'm so happy to be an NBA fan right now because there's so much talent in the league. And any team could really, especially in the West, any team could just pop the fuck off and just be like a contender. Like fucking last year, bro. no one had the Kings even in the playoffs. And if they did, it was play in.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting here saying they were talented, they should make it, but
that's exactly.
My bro said, hey!
Before the season started, what my thing was, I don't remember if I had them 11th or 10th, so either just out of the play-in or just in the play-in, but I straight up was like, oh, they're super talented, but all the other teams are just better.
I think
and so I didn't have them in even the play-in. But guess what? They're the fucking 3rd seed. So, and then the Thunder had a great fucking season last year and are probably going to have a better fucking season this year because development, and then they have a top fucking pick from 2 years ago's draft now. Chet Holmgren's just pulling up like, rookie of the year, I'm trying to get
He's healthy, he's stronger.
He put up a decent amount of muscle mass on himself.
And that's all we wanted to see, bro.
It's just... the bottom of the West could be the middle of the West. That's just what it is for me. If Wemby goes off and is one of the best rookies of all time, that team could low-key be decent because Devin Vassell.
Whatever.
Devin Vassell just got a big contract and I think is better than Keldon Johnson. But that's not shitting on Keldon Johnson because I think Keldon Johnson's a fucking stud out there, bro. So it's just and then you got Malachi Branham, you got Blake Wesley, you got Trey Jones.
We haven't seen the most out of those Spurs players because
and Jeremy Shoyan could be the next fucking Draymond. People are saying so. It's just
great defense.
Defense can facilitate. It's just oh my god, the
West
is so
I pull up
nice.
the Thunder lineup right now where Shea, fucking Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Dort, Holmgren, and then you got the other Jalen Williams. It's pretty fucking good, dude. Isaiah Joe is no slouch. The thing about the Thunder is that they got just so much extra shit. Trey Mann's not a slouch. Isaiah Joe, Jeremiah Robinson-Earl, Kenrich Williams. These are guys that filled in roles out of nowhere last year. And we're going to have probably more players that we have no fucking idea of what they're going to be on the Thunder. They got some good shit going on. And just don't forget, I'm waiting for it. I can see it this year or this offseason. One of these stars is going to get unhappy where they are, and the Thunder's going to come scoop them the fuck up.
They had to. You put up a package of 3 firsts that probably aren't even yours. You put up... They have so many. You could put up 4 firsts. You could give a bigger offer than anybody could. Put up 4 firsts. Let's go 3, because, 4 is crazy. 3 firsts. It's
not like they're going to be hurt if they get
Right, I know, yeah. 3 firsts. The not-as-good Jalen Williams. Ousmane Dieng. And then 2 other filler picks. And bro, who's really, or if you want to add Dort, because low-key I'm seeing him kind of fading out of that lineup a little bit because his efficiency is so dirt. So actually, you centerpiece it with Dort, Dieng, 2 more centerpieces, and then 3 to 4 picks. It's gonna be hard for a team to really say no to that.
Absolutely.
So I could see them really grabbing a big fish. Low-key, a season and a half ago, I thought they were going to be one of the teams to really go for Sabonis when the Pacers were trying to trade him, and they didn't. And I was like, oh, come on, that would have been perfect.
Because we're going to have, in the West, we're going to have someone described.
I could see them trying to grow for Pascal, but I just feel like he's out of their timeline.
The way it's looking, one really good team in the West is going to miss out in the playoffs, and someone's going to be in pain.
I'm just saying, Mavericks don't do good this year?
Luka to the Thunder?
Luka ain't leaving there for
especially not for the Thunder.
I mean, bro, you put Shea and Luka together, I mean, given.
But I feel like you can put Shea and anybody together at this point.
Well, but also given, they're going to have to give up a lot more than the package I just said for Luka. They're going to have to throw in the good Jalen Williams. They're going to throw in maybe Josh Giddey. To get Luka.
And here's what I'm thinking too, because Josh Giddey could play the 3 if you really want.
Josh Giddey could play the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last year he had a lot of minutes at the 4 for some reason.
Here's the 2 ideas that I just randomly came up with in my head. Well, the third, I have third, but it's a stretch because I don't think he'd go to OKC. But let's say the Hawks don't do well, and they just kick Trae Young out like they almost did last year. They can get a package for Trae Young, throw Shea at the 2, Josh Giddey at the 3. But the one that I really look at as a bigger possibility.
They won't. They're giving up. They would have to give up Josh Giddey, bro.
Not for Trae.
For Trae.
If Trae Young is undervalued at that point,
if he has a similar season to last year, maybe.
If he really wants to get out of Atlanta and he's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Okay.
But because I don't think he would leave otherwise. But the other one I have is if the Pelicans miss out, Brandon Ingram. Shit, even
Yo,
Zion. If OKC wants to get crazy,
I'm not getting Zion.
Oh, yeah, no,
I wouldn't want Zion in that scenario. If Zion doesn't have another healthy year, I do not want.
But here's
Zion.
the other thing.
But bro, Shea, Giddey, and Bi.
Yeah, but here's another thing that's crazy that I thought about.
Bro, Shea, my bad, I'm cutting you off. Shea
Yeah.
and Ingram in that mid-range is fucking filthy. Shea and Ingram are both two of the best mid-range shooters in this era, so that would be fucking filthy.
And we talk about some teams getting this guy because I think it's inevitable. Joel Embiid. Chet at the 4.
I mean, he was
Because if you want to keep Chet healthy, just make him a stretch big.
Yeah.
Put Embiid at the 5. I think Embiid would come to OKC.
Oh no, but they're giving up Giddey and Jalen Dub for that.
Fuck it.
You got to give up.
Fuck it.
You got to give up 5 firsts.
Or they don't.
Josh Giddey.
Or they don't.
Jalen Williams. Both Jalen Williamses.
No, they don't give up them, but they give them like 10 picks and like 3 players that are not those guys.
Bro, they're expecting they're expecting either Jalen Williams or Josh Giddey.
But then the Thunder will be like, okay, another pick. And then they'll be like, oh, but another. Okay, but what about another pick? Not now. And they're just going to keep loading on the picks till they say yeah.
I just don't think Joel Embiid's going to be a hard player.
That's why I said. Yeah, I don't think ultimately.
He's going to be a hard player to
I think he's going to want to go to
especially now that he has an MVP.
Yeah, I think he's going to want to go to like the Knicks or
the Knicks
is well, no, AD's there, but
Knicks is the number 1 landing spot for him.
Celtics get Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the Celtics yet, bro. The other side of this trade.
Yes, so the Celtics get Jrue Holiday. And it's just crazy because it's like, what more can they fucking add?
To me, bro, listen, bro. Everyone was like, oh, I know they got Kristaps, but you really just gave up the heart and soul of that team, which given, they did. But they're also like, now who's going to play the defense that he played? He was a defensive player of the year. Bro, Jrue Holiday is a top 5 perimeter defender in the league. One of the best perimeter defenders of league history, in my opinion, low-key. One of the better. Not the best, one of the better. Because Tony Allen. But bro, it's just like him and Derek White as a backcourt at any given point, if them two are on the floor, guards aren't scoring, bro. Guards aren't scoring. Unless it's Luka, Shea, Curry, or...
Bro, Jaylen Brown, you finally get to just let him guard whoever the fuck he wants to guard.
Jaylen Brown went from being one of the most important defenders on a team to now he's just like...
And we're not saying he's not important, but now he just gets to pick and choose who he wants to defend?
Because low-key, Jaylen Brown 3 years ago, his defense was way better than Jaylen Brown's now defense. So Jaylen Brown...
That's because he's also doing more on offense.
He's doing more on offense, but... 3 years ago, Jason Tatum's defense was way worse than now Jason Tatum's defense.
But think about it.
I think Jason Tatum is now even a better defender than Jaylen Brown. Not by much, but he is. Not by much, yeah. Especially this last playoffs, yes. Jaylen Brown's defense was suspect as fuck.
Okay, whatever. Not something I'm going to have a hard attack with.
And especially because Jason Tatum was, for some reason, couldn't score in any of those first halves. He was at least playing really good defense in those first halves. But now... You also have Kristaps, who can give you 2 blocks a game. He can hold down the paint.
If Kristaps stays healthy, this is going to be a crazy time to be alive.
Al Horford hopefully doesn't regress that much. He's going to regress.
That's good because you're just not going to expect anything from Al Horford.
No, you know what's funny? No one's expected anything from Al Horford after Philly.
The last 5 years.
Yeah. After he left this Boston, went to Philly, had terrible time with Embiid there. Once he went to the Thunder, everyone was just like, he's old, it's whatever. And then he leaves there, doesn't play half the season, leaves there, comes back to Boston, and now is just like one of your favorite fucking players in the league. So it's just, that team is really fucking good, but I just think...
But who's one of my favorite players in the league?
Al Horford.
Oh, yeah.
I just think, you get one big injury... And it's tough. Because, let's say Kristaps, let's say you have a lineup of Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps. Let's say you run it like that. Kristaps goes down, throw Al Horford in. But then it's just like, Luke Cornett, you're back up.
So that's kind of what I was saying is like, I don't know. I love the Jrue Holiday edition. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love that the Celtics had Jrue Holiday. getting rid of Time Lord, and I understand Time Lord's not the healthiest guy either.
But if you at least had Horford, Time Lord, and Kristaps,
that's what I'm saying.
Odds are you would have
one can get hurt, and
Kristaps or Time Lord. One of them could maybe have an injury, but it won't be too bad.
And it was a desperate move to do after the Dame trade. They felt like they had to do something.
Oh yeah, because their biggest competitor in the East, other than the Heat, just because the Heat are weird.
But this pushes Jrue Holiday to like the fourth option.
Yeah.
So he gets to focus on defense.
My man Jrue Holiday's going to put up a really good 15 points a game.
If Kristaps is healthy and he's clicking like the way he clicked on the Wizards last year,
18 to 22 points
I'll
a game.
sit here and say, as much as I shitted on Kristaps, I absolutely loved what he did in Washington last
100%.
year.
He was all-star caliber player.
That would push Jaylen Brown to the third option for me on offense.
No shot.
If Porzingis is clicking, yeah.
Yeah, but Jaylen Brown also averaged 28 last year.
And that's fine. He can average 25 and be okay with himself.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying Kristaps is going to average 26.
Kristaps averaged 23
but on those nights that Porzingis is hot...
Oh, yeah, them two can interchange as the second or third best option.
Those nights that Porzingis is clicking on offense,
Brown is still going to
be on defense.
Jaylen Brown is still going to average like 26, and Kristaps probably going to average anywhere from like 18 to 22.
But I don't... The main thing I don't like is their depth now. I think they did give away a lot of depth to make this happen.
They did just pick up Wenyen Gabriel, even though Shams Karani, for some reason, just was like, they picked up 7-footer Wenyen Gabriel for their training camps, and I'm looking over here like, he was a Laker. That motherfucker's 6'9" at best.
So you got him. They picked up Lamar Stevens, still got Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, O'Shea Brissett.
I think Delano Banton can be good for them defensively. I think J.D. Davison, if he's given a chance, he was very good in college.
If they had Udoka still, I'd love this, but they got Mazzulla, he cracked.
Nah, Mazzulla is...
He cracked under the pressure last year.
You know how I said Budenholzer, not a great coach, not an elite coach, but he's a good coach. He's definitely not bad. Mazzulla's terrible. Mazzulla is just... He just had a really... And given it was year one... You get a lot of lofty expectations because you're the Celtics and you have one of the best duos in the league. I get it. It's a lot to put on your back. And you're taking the role of one of the best head coaches in the league. I get it. It was a lot. But you fucking sucked. Bad. Yeah. You didn't know how to do rotations. Your timeout calling was way worse than Budenholzer.
Did a cartwheel in the hallway.
I didn't even see that. I'm just, yeah, sure. Did a cartwheel in the hallway. I just think I think he did pick up a lot of good assistants this offseason that can kind of fill roles that he was not knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it was his first year as a head coach. I don't want to shit on him too bad, but it was a bad first year. Pick it the fuck up. I think you could be a good coach with a great team like this. So, just do better, big dog. Do better.
Absolutely. So...
Whoa, real quick. We did not mention him. Jordan Walsh had top 5 summer league. Jordan Walsh is going to be a player for them.
I mean, yeah.
It says he's 5th string. That motherfucker is going to be in the rotation.
I'd hope so.
Jordan Walsh is...
Because this is looking bad.
Jordan Walsh is a dog. That bald motherfucker is an angel. I think he's going to be great.
An angel?
He's an angel. Pull up a picture of Jordan. You know what Jordan Walsh looks like? He looks like an angel. An angel.
This dude is...
Nah, but he had a phenomenal summer league. Top 5 summer league, bro.
I didn't think there'd ever be a fucking off-brand Charlie
Villanova.
I got the Bucks over the Celtics, though.
Yeah, I got the Celtics over the Bucks. But it's not like... It's marginal shit, bro. I feel like them two are easily the best two teams.
Because we're talking about we don't know what we're going to get out of the Bucks coach.
Yeah.
We don't like the Celtics coach.
Yeah. So that could really win the battle.
Allow me to swoop right in and say the Knicks are going to upset one of these guys in the playoffs.
I thought you were just going to say that they're going to be the next best team.
No. They're going to be... I have the Knicks third.
I have the Knicks third as well.
In the East. But I can absolutely see them... Listen, Julius Randle is going to have to either perform...
The one thing they got is depth.
Yeah.
The one thing
over
those
both
motherfuckers...
these teams.
Oh, wait. Bro, they could split up their depth to one of these teams and still have more depth.
And the defense. I mean, yeah, the Bucks and the Celtics are a little bit more beefier than they were last year, but the Knicks have the defense. They have the defense for this.
I guess. Not the best defensive team.
Not the best defense in the world, but they got it.
Worst defense in both of those
RJ
teams.
Barrett performed in the playoffs. He performed for Canada. I can see him having a really great
one
year.
round of the playoffs, RJ Barrett. Performed one round.
That's
the other round was dog shit.
That's what you needed to see, though.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Better than Julius Randle.
Well, I kept saying this, and you were like, he had a foot injury. Shut up.
Well, he did, though.
So then don't use that excuse.
But I'm saying he still was, at the very least, a lot better than Julius Randle. Like, you saw something. You needed to see that out of RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
But it also wasn't on RJ Barrett to perform as well. It was like the Knicks are going to go as far as Julius Randle takes them. So if he dies, they die.
And guess what? I think the Knicks are going to go as far as Jalen Brunson can take them.
I like that.
Because I think Jalen Brunson is the best player on that team. I don't know why Julius Randle got the All-Star and Jalen Brunson didn't. I don't know why Julius Randle got the All-NBA and Jalen Brunson didn't. I don't get it. I think Jalen Brunson is clear.
Julius Randle was a demon in the regular season.
I know he was.
Jalen Brunson missed some games.
I get that.
Randle missed some games at the end of the year. I agree. Brunson's better.
I think Brunson is clear cut far and away the better player, especially after these playoffs.
If Randle translates once into the playoffs, this is gonna be fucking crazy.
I just don't know if he can. And given, I have such a love for Julius Randle because of the Laker roots. I love everybody who came from the Lakers, man. I don't know, especially during our down years.
We got two. If
you came to us in our down years, I got love for you, bro. So, fucking Lonzo Ball, got love for him. D'Angelo Russell, we got him back. Got love for him. Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Alex Caruso, I got love for y'all. But Julius Randle, bro, you gotta get your shit together, bud.
And I think he will. I mean, I'm not...
Did you hear what his wife said? Did you hear what Julius Randle's wife said? She did it to piss him off. She did it to be a meme. She had him recording and everything. His wife...
Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
She did that.
Yeah. She said... No one knew who Travis Kelce was before Taylor Swift got with him, and Julius Randle was heated. Julius Randle was like, "Are you crazy?"
But I really like what the Knicks have, man. I mean, you literally get Julius Randle to translate in the playoffs once, and this team can probably go to the finals. That's why they picked Julius Randle over Jalen Brunson, is because what he gives this team when he's actually on is insane.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is I don't know. A, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if Julius Randle can perform in the playoffs. But then B, I don't know if it's beating them, though, in a 7-game series.
Knicks got the depth, man. That's all.
That's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing. Because Celtics and Bucks, better offensive weapons.
The Knicks were probably
Celtics and Bucks, better defense all around. But the Knicks have so much more depth.
But see how far
so much more.
But you see how far the Knicks got. Like, literally, their defense literally just took a big shit on the Cavs, first off.
Yeah.
That was beautiful to see.
Yeah.
That definitely showed me what I needed to see.
It was beautiful.
But the biggest thing was that Quickly didn't perform in the postseason.
Nope.
Julius Randle didn't perform in the postseason.
Nope.
But imagine if they would have had at least one of those two go off. Probably would have gotten by the Heat. Because that's how close it was. I know it was a 6-game series. Heat won a couple of those games by a lot of points. But the rest of those games were close. And it literally just needed something from Quickly and something from Randle, and just didn't get either. One of those, and I bet you it'll be Quickly that's a
and then
dog
they got,
this year.
Yeah. I think Quickly's going to have a great season. I think Grimes is going to have a great season. I think DiVincenzo's going to have a good, underrated season. Especially
Hartenstein!
I think Josh Hart's going to have a great season.
Hartenstein's in better shape, too.
I'm a New Yorker. But I'm not a fan of any New York teams, really. Other than Yankees, but I don't watch baseball.
But even the Yankees are
But it's just like, I actually love this Knicks team. 100%, wholeheartedly. I be shitting on my Knicks fans that I know all the time. But, yeah, I actually love this team.
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't know if they could upset one of those two teams, but I wouldn't be shocked.
More teams need, and I talk about this on the baseball podcast, more teams need to do this where they literally just destroy their team, get rid of anything attached to their former identity, and just go.
You saw Magic Johnson's trying to buy the team?
The Knicks? Hell, let's do
away
it.
From Dolan?
If Dolan can get rid of the Knicks, imagine, like, bro, the Knicks
No,
have...
it's the Knicks getting rid of Dolan.
That's what I'm saying. The Knicks have money.
Yeah.
Money. They're still the most valuable team in the NBA, unless the Warriors passed them last year. But the fucking Knicks have money, and if they get an owner that's just competent, this team is going to be great for the next 20 years, and that's what New York needs.
I'm not going to say Magic Johnson's competent. His last trade for the Lakers as a GM,
right? But
he gave up Lou Will and Zubats for Mike Muscala. So I mean,
right? But one
and Corey Brewer.
But one, you learn from that, and two, he's a big Lakers fan. So if he's running the Knicks, he's not really going to have that bias or that shit that just fucks with his head.
That is true. I do agree. With
I
that.
think he would do a lot better than Phil Jackson. But
fuck yeah. But also, he's an owner.
Owner, yeah.
He's not.
But he'd have his hand.
Yeah, of course. It's Magic Johnson. He's having his hand in some shit, just like Jordan with the Hornets, and we saw how that went.
And what I and this is
R.I.P. Jordan, the Hornets.
Fuck! I completely forgot what I was gonna say last. Oh well. Yeah. So Celtics or Bucks? You got Celtics. I got Bucks.
I got Celtics, not by a wide margin at all. I think it'll be a couple games spread, like a couple games, maybe like 1 or 2 games. It'll be a fight, and one injury, like we were saying, one injury will affect that heavily. So,
and honestly, man, I'll go out and say it. Like, I still love the Cavs as a dark horse in the East.
They're my number 4.
Darius Garland. Whatever you want to say, he actually, if you look deeper into the stats, he didn't have that bad of a year.
No.
He just needs to play better with Donovan Mitchell.
No, yeah.
I think Donovan Mitchell learned a lot from last year.
Yeah, it's like people were shitting on them, and I'm just like, bro, it was their first year together. People need to stop having this Celtics mentality of, they brought 3 stars together in one first year.
Well, for me, it was just like, it's like, okay, Donovan Mitchell, are you going to stop being inconsistent in the playoffs, or are you going to, like... But it's whatever. It was their first year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone tells me. Say that it was Eric Spoelstra, all you want. I love their addition of Max Strus. They needed something there in the middle. That
At the end of the day,
he's
a shooter.
Yeah, they needed Okoro out of the lineup, and they needed Karis LeVert out of the lineup.
Yeah.
Because now you're talking about Karis LeVert's going to come in as a 6th man. Okoro's going to have a much more comfortable role on the bench. You know, Dean Wade's no slouch. They're going to get Ricky Rubio back at some point. They got Niang. Evan Mobley, he's getting better and better. Not Evan Mobley, the other
Isaiah
brother.
Mobley.
Yeah, Isaiah Mobley. He's there on the team. He's probably going to be in the G League, but he's getting better. He's going to probably be there by the end of the year.
He's the older brother, too. That's funny.
I don't really like how Jared Allen performed last year and everything that he said and how he handled it.
You know what first off, yeah. The lights were too bright. Bro, you've been in the playoffs before. Shut the fuck up.
When are they?
It's not like you were a rookie playoff. It's not like you had never been in the playoffs before, like a decent amount of your team.
And it's not like anyone was like attacking him right after.
Yeah.
The pressure was on Garland and Mitchell.
Yeah, like I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, but fuck that.
But Evan Mobley though.
I think so. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think within 2 years' time, they're gonna really have to decide: are we cool with Twin Tower lineup, or do we think Evan Mobley should be our center?
Then I think they'll take that route.
I think I 100% because Evan Mobley he was drafted as a center but they just signed they just re-signed Jared Allen to this $80 million a year,
and it's deserved. I'm not sitting here shitting on Jared Allen.
$80 million. So I'm not shitting on Jared Allen either. But
if anything's going to be taken from that postseason, I don't want this guy too much longer.
Yeah. Mitchell Robinson ran amok on that motherfucker.
Mitchell Robinson had a funny ass year last year, but yeah, man, I think the East is going to be fun because it's very top heavy. Because even the 76ers, they can still make noise.
Yeah, look, I got them as my 5th seed. Given we're not doing official rankings and everything yet. That'll come probably next episode, right before the season starts.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Or right when the season starts. But I got them around 5th seed just because I don't know what the fuck's going on. This James Harden thing, he's going to clubs and getting the bottle girls to hold up signs saying Daryl Morey's a liar. That is a legit thing. That is his GM.
But at the end of the day, man,
he didn't show up to day 1 of training camp, or he showed up to media day, showed up to training camp 2 days ago.
But he looked good in training camp.
He looked good, but it's just like, but what is your motives? What are you doing?
He has to play. No one wants him, bro.
Well,
no one wants to trade for him.
Also the new CBA also is heavily finding players who sit out now, sit out against the team's will and shit.
Yeah.
So I get it. You're not going to Ben Simmons it, so you're going to play. But it's just like, 2 weeks ago, you were at the club. Wow. Talking shit about Daryl Morey. A month ago, you tweeted, Daryl Morey's a liar. Like, it's just like, I don't know how this gets resolved, but I don't see him being on this team past the trade deadline.
Absolutely.
So I think I don't know where to put them because I don't know what that return looks like if you trade James Harden because I don't even know where you would trade him to right now. Listen, everyone's still talking about the Clippers, but I don't think the Clippers should trade for him.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They got a really solid team. They don't need him. They're not going to pay the first for him. But I really wouldn't be surprised if the 76ers are sitting at the end of the day in the Eastern Conference Finals. I would not be shocked. Listen, Embiid.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked either.
Embiid seems to be locking in. You know what? Fuck it. I will wait. We'll wait for the 76ers. I'm not even going to hype them up or anything, but
I'm good on them.
You know, let me.
They don't got Benjamin Simmons.
So to kind of break this episode off a little bit, I have a ranking for you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, God. You're smiling.
All right.
Big. Everyone started off with me being the big bullshit guy. This man's
really
I'm
the big bullshit guy. So, Matt, putting you on the spot.
They falsely made me that guy.
What are the top 5 NBA players that you would allow to date your mother? No, okay. But it's not. Don't think about it just as allow. Who is the top 5 players that you would want to date your mom?
Current players?
Yes.
LeBron James.
Whoa.
He's never been in the media for anything wrongfully in his relationship. You've never had any sex scandals.
That's looking for a father figure.
I never had a dad.
LeBron
Me and
James.
Bronny would be great brothers, bro.
All right, so you want LeBron to date your mom?
Yeah, LeBron,
okay.
Of course. He would take care of my mother, 100%. 100%.
Mama Matt.
Mama Matt. Fuck, I was not expecting this. My ranking for you is just nowhere.
I know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
all
before
right.
the episode, we were like, hey, we should give each other, some surprise on-the-spot rankings. And this is mine. Top 5 players you would want your mom to date.
Has nothing to do with basketball.
There's some shitty players in the NBA.
Kevin Miles Britton. Okay. So yeah, LeBron. I think. Fuck, bro. This is just a weird question, bro.
It's a good one.
It's weird. I don't know how good it is. Fuck, I'm just trying to think of nice
your mom
dudes.
your mom would love Joel Embiid.
No. Fuck that. He can't fucking win a ring. He ain't gonna give her a ring. No.
Wow.
Fuck, bro. This is a weird ass question.
But this short's gonna be good.
Yeah, definitely cut this down. Even just full editing, cut this down to where I'm actually just saying these and not just thinking. Because I'm thinking here, man. Thinking of people who aren't fuckboys.
Yeah, because, Tatum's a fuckboy, Devin Booker's a fuckboy.
Oh, yeah. All them people who've been with the Kardashians, man.
Kevin Durant, that would just be weird.
Kevin Durant seems like he's never been in an actual relationship in his life.
Right.
Like, we've never heard...
You don't want John Morant, because he might
shoot
pull
her.
What the fuck?
My mom be...
Jokic?
My mom be yelling at people.
Papa
Jokic.
Jokic?
Papa Jokic!
Jokic?
Boban Marjanovic. I'm just thinking of the nicest dudes ever, bro. I'm just thinking of the nice dudes.
So we got LeBron, Jokic, and Boban. That's your top 3. So
what is this fucking list?
Al Horford?
Nah.
No? You wouldn't want Al Horford to date your mom?
He's actually elderly. I think he's lying about his age.
But, no offense, come on. It would just make sense.
What do you mean, no offense? No offense to what?
Your mom's older.
Yeah, she's 48. Yeah.
Al Horford,
he looks 60.
He shows up and he shows up when it matters.
I also need somebody to protect my mom, right?
Okay.
So I'm going Bobby Portis because he's pop. No, I'm playing.
Bobby Portis is your 4th?
No, I don't think.
Oh, I was about to say,
this
wow.
is just stupid.
All right, so I'm going to protect your mom.
No, I don't care about...
It's not Anthony Davis.
Can I go all-time
Steven
players?
Adams?
Steven fucking Adams.
Steven Adams. Yeah, Steven Adams.
Steven Adams is, bro, he's the nicest dude ever, but he will kill somebody.
Kyrie?
Looks like he'll know.
All right, so we got LeBron, right?
You know what? He's a New Yorker now, baby. Jalen Brunson, get some young blood in there. I'm cool with that. Me and him the same age.
I was about to say, wow, okay, all right, so that's your 5. So who was your
Fuck
second
it.
person again?
I got LeBron, Jokic,
All right, so
Boban.
LeBron, Jokic, Boban, Jalen Brunson, and Steven Adams, with an honorable mention of Bobby Portis. Of the NBA players that Matt would want to date his mother.
Oh,
that was a fucking great. That was a great ranking. Oh, man.
All right, my ranking's actually going to have something to do with basketball.
Fuck. Now I got to actually sweat this one out.
So, top 5 players who you think just played in the wrong era. So, whether they were older but would have done better now, or players now that would have done better then.
So,
any player in history that you think, top 5 players that you think just wrong era.
Damn.
I got a few that come to mind right off the bat. Like Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah.
I think he would have done better back then.
I don't think Okafor had the mentality regardless.
That's true. What about Pete Maravich? He was way before his time. Pistol Pete, man, he was...
All right, first one is
a
Wilt.
menace. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I feel like...
Yeah.
And I don't mean it as in, like, his stats would be better. I mean as in he would have just gotten his flowers.
He would have been a more effective player nowadays.
Yeah, he would have gotten his flowers. Not nowadays, but I would say...
Mid-90s.
Like, if he retired when Dwight came in the league.
Yeah, mid-90s to... Mid-90s to 2000s. Yeah.
So I think Wilt would be one. God damn, that was a good question, Matthew. That was a
Matthew is crazy.
That was a really good question.
Matthew is nutty.
You know what? I'm gonna go Kevin Durant as another one, just because I feel like he would have bodied the league back in the day, Magic Bird era. I think Kevin Durant would have violated if they had someone of his skill set, and you can say that for a lot of players these days. But Kevin Durant would be.
I think he just shines more now's era because they didn't shoot as much back then.
Okay.
So I don't know if they would have had him play that same type of ball.
Derrick Rose. I feel like if he played a little bit earlier, I feel like in the 90s, Derrick Rose, oh my God, he would have taken over the league, bro.
He would have gotten injured faster. They were more physical.
Yeah, but I mean, he wouldn't have gotten away with all the... He would have had to been more,
What the fuck?
Derrick Rose would have had to been, way better about his game, and you add that to his game.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't... I like that. Derrick Rose in the 90s would have been fucking filthy.
Oh, yeah.
He'd been shitting on Penny Hardaway and Gary Payton. Okay, so you got...
I got Wilt.
You got Wilt and Derrick Rose.
I said someone before Derrick Rose. Kevin Durant. Wilt, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose.
Okay.
I'm just listing off my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Just putting them in a different era.
These are your favorite players ever, bro.
I'll go with another one of my favorite players. I feel like Monte Ellis, if he was drafted in today's game,
oh my God.
Violated. And I guess whatever. Today's game took him out of the league for whatever fucking reason.
He was also older.
Yeah, he was.
When today's game was,
his decline
happened right when...
He said...
his decline happened right when the change of era happened. Because
Monte Ellis was in today's...
The Mavericks defense. Monte was the last good Monte we got.
And that was a Monte that could facilitate.
That was a great Monte. That was a Monte who could shoot, facilitate, and still drive. Bro, Monte is one of the best second-round picks of all time. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Obviously, Jokic is the best second-round pick of all time.
And you know what?
But 2-time MVP, champion, Finals MVP, yeah.
Very underrated.
Holy fuck.
Very underrated.
Holy fuck.
I think Morris Peterson was definitely in the wrong era. That's
such a random person.
you put Raptors fucking Morris Peterson in today's game, he's killing it.
I fuck with that. I think Robert Horry was in the wrong era.
He had a great 3-point shot.
Yeah. That's why I picked Robert. I think Big Shot Bob could have been a way better player now.
So who would have been your 5? But those are my 5.
My 5, fuck. Pistol Pete's my number 1. Because I think Pistol Pete could have been like a Curry.
I just didn't want it because when people ask that question, that should be the one.
Yeah, I'll say Pistol Pete it would be like a Curry nowadays. And given I don't want to go crazy with that because Curry is low-key a top 7 player of all time in my opinion. But it's just like...
But Curry's in the perfect era though.
Yeah, Curry is in the perfect era. He was literally born in the right era.
Yes.
I think LeBron could have been even better in the 80s.
Yes.
If he got drafted when Jordan got drafted, I think LeBron would clear-cut and away be the best player of all time. By far.
That's fair.
Oh
my God.
So Pistol Pete, LeBron...
No. Take out Derrick Rose out of my list.
Oh, God.
Kobe. And I get it. Kobe's the third best player of all time. But I've been meaning to make this take for several weeks now. I've just been waiting to just put it in the podcast. Kobe Bryant would have tore today's league apart, bro.
Kobe would have lit this fucking league.
He would have absolutely smacked it. He would have been the GOAT.
Yeah.
There would have been he would have dominated so much in today's era, today. Like, if he was drafted, 3 years ago, bro. Holy fuck.
If LeBron, or if Kobe was in that...
I'll say 5 or 6 years
I'll say if Kobe was in that 2018 draft with Luka, Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, if he was in Jaren Jackson Jr., if he was in that draft, oh my God,
Kobe would have fucked today's game up.
Kobe would have been a bug-out. Fucking
he would have averaged 40.
I love
several
Kobe,
seasons.
bro. R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Yeah. Rest in
but
peace.
anyway,
sorry.
So I got Pistol Pete. I got LeBron. Crazy enough to say that some people already say he's the number one player of all time, but yeah, I got him going because I think he would have been even better. I was thinking somebody like Jahlil Okafor because I think growing up in the 80s or 90s, I think him growing up in the 80s or 90s, he would have had a different mentality.
Yeah,
he would have, just based off of just how the world was back then. So I don't think that would have been an issue. I think his game just would have been better back then. I think he could have been like a Ewing type of player. I'm not saying that height, but Ewing type of player. I think guys like Antoine Jameson. Late 90s, early 2000s. I think if he was in today's era, he would have snapped. I think he could have been easily a 28-point per game scorer. Okay. Number 5. Fuck.
What about Dirk?
Yeah, Dirk would have highlighted this era, but I feel like Dirk was perfect to lead us into this era.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was the perfect guy to be. He was the pioneer to the big men knowing how to do other shit. To be able to have a good back to the post game, back to the basket post game, being able to shoot the three, being able to shoot the midi. I think Dirk was perfect to lead us into this era. I wouldn't take him out.
One more underrated take to this question: Rudy Gobert.
Oh yeah, Rudy was in my You know,
Rudy no one would have cared about him not being able to guard the three.
Rudy in the 80s. I think Rudy Gobert could easily have been a top player. Top center in history if he was in the 80s, just because that motherfucker can block shots, man. As much as we like to talk shit about Rudy Gobert, as much as he's the most hated player in the league, I hate
Rudy Gobert.
I think Rudy Gobert could have been great in the 80s.
But you got to give him the props. Yeah. He would have been phenomenal. About Team USA, we're getting a lot of noise because USA, they fucked up the bag pretty bad.
Oh yeah, real quick. I'm so sorry, but I gotta say this, bro. Yeah, do I think Team USA was the best team in FIBA World Cup this year? Yes.
They needed Rondé Hollis-Jefferson.
Please don't get me tight. Please do not get me tight. We're never going to mention that man's name again on this podcast.
No, probably not.
This podcast could go on for the next 20 years. Let's hope it does. Let's hope we're still here doing this in 20 years. But that man's name will never come up again in the history of this podcast. Anyway, I was saying... Steve Kerr has low-key showed that he is not a great coach. He's not an elite coach. He is just a good coach. He was given a great situation in Golden State, and he does not know how to work with other players. His rotations and his management of that team and his timeouts were also so subpar during those FIBA games, bro. And I get it. Brandon Ingram was having a terrible series. Jaren Jackson Jr. was averaging the least rebounds on the team damn near as the center. So I get it. There was issues with the players. I do get that. And Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, fucking phenomenal. All three of them are showing that they could legit be superstars in this league at some point. But I just think it all stems from those lineups and rotations were fucked from jump, in my opinion. So Steve Kerr, in my opinion, some people have talked to him about being an elite coach. Some people have put him in the great category. I'm slotting him in the Budenholzer category. Good coach. Not bad, not great. He's just got a great team.
That's fair.
That's just really what it comes down to me. I've never thought he was a great coach. That team was handed to him on a fucking silver fucking platter.
No.
I just wanted to get that out real quick before we actually
go
talk
off,
about
man.
Team USA. Because
I'm not gonna pose because it's like, yeah, I could probably sit here and make the argument that like I do think that he was the final piece that Golden State needed, but at the same time, it's like I don't know, he really did fumble this Team USA bag, but because of that loss,
oh yeah, yo, because he fumbled the bag, we got the superpowers of the league saying, "Oh, nah, we're not gonna let this happen on the national stage of the Olympics." FIBA's one thing.
yeah,
Do your thing, Germany. Do your thing, Canada.
get your little participation trophy.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Like I really,
I'm not.
It's important
No,
shit.
It is important
shit.
shit. Represent your country.
But
Good
it's not
job,
the
guys.
Olympics.
Germany, fucking Franz Wagner, Dennis Schroeder, killed it. Canada, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, killed it. Not
RJ
mention-
Barrett.
Yeah,
Dylan
RJ
Brooks.
Barrett killed it.
Second.
Fuck Dylan Brooks. But yeah, represent your country, do all that good shit, guys. But just know when the important shit comes up, Avengers assemble, baby. We got Bron, we got Steph, we got KD, we got Embiid, we got AD, we got Tatum. That fucking 6-man rotation alone, because we don't know who else is committed so far. Or that's all that's fully committed so far. Those 6 players.
Devin Booker wants to come back too.
Oh,
Bam Adebayo is going to be there.
all right. So real quick. Who's your starting point guard? Steph, obviously.
Yeah, clear.
Who's that starting shooting guard?
Tatum. We talk about this before. I absolutely
Yeah,
agree with you.
but
over Devin Booker, yeah.
Okay. Well, because it's just like positional wise, you would think Devin Booker.
Because
Because
you also have to think who's going to accept the bench role for it. And I think Devin Booker would be more open than Tatum and would do better off the bench than Tatum would.
okay, I think Devin Booker could run a bench unit way better than Tatum could. Okay, so boom, so you got Curry, Tatum. That's such a big
But
lineup.
also,
Tatum at the 2.
You have to remember,
LeBron,
LeBron is fucking 40.
KD.
LeBron's 40, and he's going to come off of most likely a season plus a playoff run plus right into the Olympics.
It's true. But LeBron ain't coming off the bench. So you
No,
got
I'm
Curry.
not saying he is.
He's gonna.
But what I'm saying is they're most likely going to run a lineup most of the time of Steph, Booker, Tatum, KD, Embiid.
Yeah, I feel like LeBron could take a little backseat in this
Yeah.
Olympics. Just he will be the brains of that team, but I could see him definitely taking a backseat like he has been in some of the All-Star
And then the
appearances.
bigs you got coming off the bench, Adebayo
Then you got
and Anthony
Adebayo and
Davis.
AD off the bench.
Most likely going to get Halliburton in return because he did fucking
Halliburton
great.
and no, yeah, just Halliburton. Halliburton, maybe Anthony Edwards.
Oh, you have to bring back. You have to bring back.
That's
Anthony
what I'm
Edwards.
saying. So you have Anthony Edwards, Halliburton, Booker, Adebayo, and fucking AD off your bench. That's your lineup?
Anthony
off the bench?
Anthony Edwards was everything that good America represents. Just a go-getter, get it done at all costs. Fuck the excuses. Just get to work and get it done.
Facts.
And listen, Anthony Edwards. We talked about it last episode. I'm big on Ant. Like I'm here for Ant. Which,
I love Anthony
But
Edwards.
yeah, no, this Team USA team is gonna be ridiculous. So, that's crazy. Mikal Bridges is gonna be my dark horse MVP threat. Again, don't think he wins it.
I just don't think there'll be a high enough seed for that.
I think he gets some love though. I really think a lot of people are underestimating this Nets team because I think Bridges can be that number one.
But you know what's funny though? I straight up said like when you said, "Oh, I think they're going to be really good," I looked at you and was like, "Really good?" But I still got them as like,
yeah.
I have them as a 7th seed, but I could see them being a 5 seed.
And like y'all, people got to forget that like Bridges, Cam Johnson, like they have experience in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
So those are going to be the kind of guys.
Yeah,
that you
they
want.
really do.
Yeah. And again, Ben Simmons comes back. Whatever. We're not going to dig too deep on that. But what I really want to talk about to close this episode is the West. Who's winning the West?
I still got. All right, so I think the Lakers is winning the title, but
Okay.
I think Denver, as far as seeding wise, as far as when the 82 games are done heading into the playoffs, I think Denver's still going to be the number 1 seed.
Okay.
I think they're just the team for obviously for the playoffs too, but I think they're a regular season built team as well, though.
Yeah.
I think they can just beat anybody on a given night, and that is beautiful for a regular season setting. But they also can do what a lot of teams can't do and carry it over to the playoffs and still smack you in a 7-game series like you're their little bitch.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Okay. No, I mean, I really want to say that the Grizzlies get the number 1
I
seed
knew you
this
were
year.
about to say it, bro.
I think I'm going to agree tentatively.
I just
on
think
Denver.
because of that, if Job was playing all 82 games,
Yeah.
I couldn't. It would be hard
This-
to argue
I
just
would
because
ar-
they are a team that is solely built for the regular season. I don't think they're a great playoff team, especially how bad the Lakers hit them last year. Badly.
What?
What do you mean?
Bro, their defense is shored up. Tooted and booted with a whole bunch of depth now.
A whole bunch of depth is crazy.
Bro.
But you said now. Their depth didn't really go crazy compared to the year before, outside of Derrick Rose.
Bro.
Who did they add on that bench? Who?
Their bench?
Tell me.
Bro.
Other than D Rose.
Luke Kennard. I mean, he was there
He was
last
there last year, though.
But he's going to be there the whole year this year, integrated
Okay.
into what they want to do. Witchmacallit's coming back. Fucking, what's his name?
I don't know.
Big man off the bench.
Santi Aldama?
No, they don't have him on here because he's injured.
Brandon
so.
Clark?
Yes. So, all right, I'll take that.
Why don't they have him on here?
Because I think he's still rehabbing. But
Yeah, but they have players that are injured.
yeah, Brandon Clark is going to come back. David Roddy.
He's
going
to come back maybe like 25 games into the
Luke
season.
Kennard.
He's not coming back right away.
Zaire Williams, Kenny Lofton Jr.,
Kenneth Lofton, the fucking big boy.
Xavier Tillman, and then you got Aldama and Conchar, who were really good at one point in the season last year, bro.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on them. I just think like their team.
Like I don't even.
I don't think their
I
team is built for the
I don't
playoffs,
even
bro.
fucking care about Derrick Rose. He's not going to be.
I don't think
in the
that's-
rotation. by the end of the year.
I think this team is great for getting little wins here and there, but when they're put up against a matchup where they gotta lock in on a specific team,
like who?
well, bro, I'm just giving you the example of the Lakers last year and of the Warriors the year before.
Okay.
They seem to get outmatched when it's a 1v1 type of thing, where it's a player versus player for multiple games in a row. I feel, and like you can kind of see it on back-to-backs in the regular seasons too. Like, given, yeah, as a team, they do win a lot regular season-wise, but I just feel like they cannot, and this goes down to the coaching staff.
Yeah.
They can't build a game plan for opposite teams when it comes into the playoffs, for me, at least.
I think
For
you're
me,
spewing
at
a
least.
whole lot of bullshit.
I don't think I am.
Because
They got manhandled by the Warriors 2 years ago and 3 years ago. And then the Lakers last year, they really didn't do much.
They were in the series until Ja got hurt.
They were in the series, you think?
Yeah, it was.
I don't think so.
It was 2-1 Warriors
2-1.
round, but the Grizzlies had just gotten a big win, and it looked like they were in it. Game 4.
Actually, no. It was 2-0. Ja went down. Their first
No,
win
they
was
took it.
without Ja.
No, they took a game with Ja.
Are you sure?
Okay. Because it was 1-1.
All
I
right.
remember.
But I
The
don't
hype
think...
train was crazy.
I don't
If
think-
I'm wrong, I'll cut it out of the podcast. I'm a tyrant.
My man stay be making it look like he don't be saying the wrong shit. He be saying the wrong shit all the time.
No.
But either way, I don't think.
We'll argue about this
Either
as the
way,
year goes along.
we both don't
But
think
they're part of
they'll
the
be-
beast of the West, and that's I think our point is that
Yeah.
the West is crazy.
The West is so crazy, and they're my 3 seed, and that's because Ja ain't there for a quarter of the fucking season, more than a quarter of the season, a third.
And
of
there's
it,
still a
so-
fucking third seed
And so
without Ja.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Which is
That's why I
nuts.
said if they had Ja the whole year, I could put them as a 1 seed. I wouldn't argue it. Do I still think Denver would have it? Yes, but I wouldn't be able to argue it heavily.
Well, that's so we have the Denver Nuggets with Jokic and
I have
the
Denver as my
championship
first.
winning team.
Then I have Lakers.
We
then
got-
I have
and
Memphis.
I'll agree with this top 3 for right now. Lakers, they built this team so that if LeBron goes down, it don't matter.
LeBron or
AD goes
AD,
down, it
yeah.
don't matter.
Both is tough, but one or the other is cool.
Grizzlies, third seed without Ja, which is pretty nuts. We got the Suns, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, all that depth all of a sudden. They really made that happen. Like, James Jones is really cooking with Phoenix.
Yeah.
Cooking. Because that team was not supposed to have any depth whatsoever. We were just like, yeah, whatever. But now it's kind of like if the Suns stay healthy, they're going to be a threat. Because I like Bradley Beal at point guard, too.
Yeah, and their bench is solid. Their bench is really solid.
The Warriors, you got Klay Thompson at the starting power forward.
Yo, so the real thing for me is, too, because we didn't even talk about this. This was before we actually started recording. Bro, this comes back to Steve Kerr, bro. I'm telling you. There is no way, shape, or form. I've looked that lineup up and down. There is no way in hell I would ever even consider needing to put Klay Thompson at the 4.
Not even a want.
Want or need.
Why do you
Drake
want to see that?
all the way. There is no way. Bro, if you need a 4, you got Draymond, Wiggins, Kuminga. Those are 3 men who can play the 4. I do not see a reason whatsoever where you would put Klay at the 4, because who's at your 3 if you got Klay at the 4?
And
I don't see it.
Well, because
even if you play small ball, Klay at the 3, you got Chris Paul and Curry at the 1 and 2, you got Wiggins at the 4, you got Draymond at the 5. That's the small ball rotation. So how do you go even smaller? You have Gary Payton at the 3, and given this isn't a starting lineup that they're saying they're using a lot, but they said they'll experiment with Klay at the 4. But it makes no sense to me. I straight up, when I saw that post, I immediately shared it and put, he will get injured so fast. Because he's in the paint. He's already got bad fucking knees and ankles. He's in the paint, jumping up and down with these bigger dudes, where he can land on people's feet. He can get caught up with somebody's leg. And so I don't see how it makes sense at all. It actually pisses me off that
they want Chris Paul in the lineup that bad, but honestly,
he should be the bench. He should be the 6th man.
I feel like Klay should be the 6th man.
I don't. I think
because you want your 6th man to provide you a spark. Klay has to play the 4.
You also need somebody to be able to run your offense off the bench. Kuminga could give that spark off the bench. Moody can give that spark off that bench as far as scoring. I think you need somebody to run that bench, which is CP3. I think Klay being your main guy off the bench is not a good idea. Especially since you don't have a Jordan Poole to then take his place in the starting lineup no more.
But I mean, like, you put, the way I see it, Chris Paul, Steph, Wiggins, Draymond Green, but they also didn't get the big man that I wanted them to get either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's really tough.
My man Steph has
it's
never
tough to
played.
see this team winning, man.
Yeah, I don't see them winning.
But it's the Warriors,
I see them winning, winning games.
But it's the Warriors, man.
Nah, I have them as a 6 seed regular season.
One injury is going to be tough for them.
Yeah, 100%.
I have them injured like the last 3 years in a row.
Yes, I have them 6 seed regular season, and I have them. I would have them out first round because that means first round if they were a 6 seed, that means they would have to go up against either Denver, Lakers, Memphis, or Suns first round.
We're not worried about the playoffs yet.
And we're not worried about them, but I'm just saying I don't see them getting past any of those 4 teams.
I think they'll probably end up making a trade in the season.
This team ain't final. There's going to be changes. If the Chris Paul, Steph Curry thing doesn't work out, they might ship Chris Paul out again. Who knows? They were saying
they already wanted to ship him out.
He was in talks in the Jrue Holiday trade. So it was just like, I could easily see this team being way different.
Yeah.
Especially if they just want to go all the way in, put Kuminga on the block and get somebody really good for him, get a big man. Because my man Steph Curry has never had a legit big man.
I like Kuminga. He's a dog.
Oh, I love Kuminga. That's why I didn't want them to bring back. If he does end up on
another team besides the Warriors, he's going to shine. Bro.
I didn't want them to bring back James Harden, Draymond Green, just because I wanted to see him actually get a starting role.
Yeah.
Because I think Kuminga could low-key be a low-tier star, mid-tier star in this league. Low-key.
I agree. But you got the Timberwolves. I like it because if Anthony Edwards takes that next step.
I only like it because of him.
Yeah.
And McDaniels. That's the thing.
If Cat can take a step back and give Ant the keys and Gobert stops making shit about himself, this team is great. And I think Gobert is going to have no choice but to stop making things about himself. Because
he's almost out of the league.
The Timberwolves are going to have to protect Anthony Edwards over their other players. So at some point, they're going to have to tell him to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like their team because they're very defensively oriented, too. Players that they picked up, everything. Clippers. Can't forget about those guys.
Yeah, I got them at the 5th.
Kawhi says he actually wants to play this year. He says he's actually finally feeling healthy for once.
Yeah, he says he doesn't give a fuck about the
and I agree with him because he said, like, this load management shit wasn't because he didn't want to play basketball. It's because he was fucking hurt, and he just didn't want to get hurt.
Right? Yeah.
And he was still he admitted it. He was still recovering from his injuries while he was playing. So whatever. But you still got those guys with Paul George, Russell Westbrook, a fantastic bench. I'm not really sold on their big men, but that's again another conversation.
I feel like that's every year for them. So it's just like
Kings. Can't forget about those guys. They achieved a lot last year.
I got them as the 8th seed, bro.
Yeah, no, I got them at 8th as well.
Just because I don't think they're gonna. Every team around them improved this offseason. Yeah. So I just don't.
They needed defense and they didn't do it.
Yeah. They had the best offensive rating of all time this past year.
I can't see that.
They also had the worst defensive rating of all time.
I can't see it repeating. Like they need steps from some of these players like Davion Mitchell. And he took a massive step back.
Yeah.
Like everyone gave him a nickname because of how good he was when he got into the league. And that just disappeared.
Bro, I think Keegan Murray can take a step next year.
That's what I'm saying.
On both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive.
And that's what I'm saying. Like if Keegan Murray does take that step, this team is a lot better.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. You got the Mavericks. Luka.
See, this is where it's weird because I got the Thunder and Mavs at 9 and 10, and I don't see how
how the hell are the Thunder 10th, right?
Yeah, like I don't see how them two don't make it into the playoffs. But I literally have them bottom of the play-in, and it doesn't make sense to me because the West is so deep. It doesn't make sense to me.
And
that means I have the Pelicans out of the playoffs. How does that make sense? And given I only have the Pelicans out of the playoffs just because of Zion's health. They were number 1 seed before he went down last year. But, then they fell all the way down to, 11th or 12th. Or no, 10th last year.
And they look. I really feel like their chemistry is going to be a lot better this year. They had the whole offseason to work out. Kyrie seems to be locked into what Dallas is doing. Yeah. Which I know I said it when they traded for him. I love the destination because Mark Cuban doesn't give a fuck about all that extra shit. He will let Kyrie speak. If it ever comes down to it, he will protect Kyrie. He'll pay his fines. He'll make it so that he doesn't get suspended. I mean, if Kyrie gets suspended, whatever. But I like the Mavericks this year.
I'm very high on Jaden Hardy. I'm very high on Josh Green. I'm very high on their...
They're developing some young players that can help.
I'm very high on Derek Lively, the rookie they picked up this year. I like their team.
It just doesn't feel like enough, you know?
Yeah, it's just like, compared to the other teams, their 3rd, 4th, 5th best player are... Tim Hardaway Jr., Grant Williams, and Josh Green, when other teams' 3rd, 4th, 5th best players are like Bradley Beal, Chris Middleton, all-stars. Yeah. So it's just like, it's tough for me to say, I feel like this team can win, but it's just like, I want to say that they can.
Luka stays healthy and Kyrie plays most of the year. That's crazy because that's both guys that can just give you 40.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, probably together. But I just gave you 10 teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even mention the Pelicans.
Yeah, that's why I said. I was like, bro, I don't... Yeah, I have them as my 11th and it doesn't make sense.
The only reason I have them as 11th as well is because at this point, I put a lot of stock into them last year.
Yeah.
We all did. We said, they got an amazing team. Zion's going to be healthy. And they were the number 1 seed, but then Zion lost his health. But I think Trey Murphy, the 3rd, is going to be out for most of the year.
Yeah, sadly, because I think he could have been a solid, 4th option for them.
I don't really like their depth anymore.
Herb Jones is good.
Yeah, but so it's going to be... Literally, if Zion
Dyson
Williams...
Daniels, I think, is going to take a big step because Trey Murphy's out.
I'll say, if Zion Williamson, he comes back and he has one healthy year, this team is a lot different because Zion he's that guy. He's that dude. He's up there. If he was to be healthy, he'd be top 5 in the league easily, without a shadow of a doubt. I didn't mention, the Rockets, whatever. Everyone has them out of the playoffs. I have them now out of the playoffs. But that's a team, with Udoka's leadership, they play their cards the right way. Jalen Green, he gives you something.
Yeah.
Something more than what he gave you last year.
There isn't a bad team in the West.
Right. I didn't even mention the Trailblazers who just got, DeAndre Ayton, who's actually happy to be there.
And we didn't mention the Jazz or the Spurs
Jazz,
or the Blazers.
Marketing and all those guys. There's 15 teams in the West, and I will not be shocked by not any one of them making the playoffs.
That's a fact.
Like, if the Spurs are 12th or 10th seed play-in, I won't sit here and be like, oh my God, Cinderella, I'm so shocked.
Yeah. I could see any one of these 15 teams making a play-in spot, and that's crazy to say.
And on top of that, I can see, let me make it quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can see 8 of these teams getting to the finals. That's another part.
Nah, see, that's crazy.
Bro, and here's my
logic.
logic.
I got 5 finals contenders in the whole league.
Well,
like legit contenders, I got 5.
Well, a lot of these teams for me, I need to see how they do. But at their best...
6. I got 6. Apologies.
At their best, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Lakers. But the Suns, we can't... If they stay healthy...
I know. I got the Suns, too.
Warriors...
I don't got Warriors.
They prove that they can get it done no matter what.
Yep, I don't got them.
Clippers, they stay healthy.
Don't got them.
If the Clippers are healthy, they're absolutely a championship threat. Right,
I just don't think they're gonna.
The Mavericks.
We're 5 years in on the Clippers experiment now. I'm good on it.
For sure.
I'm very good on not putting my stock into them anymore.
My 7th championship threat out the West, the Mavericks. Because
no shot.
Luka in the playoffs.
Yeah, but we're talking about actual finals contenders, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody we legit think is going to make the finals.
And I could see the Mavericks making the finals.
I cannot see the Mavericks in the second round beating a Denver, a Laker, or a Memphis, or a Sun.
Bro, I can see it. Bro, you underestimate the power of Kyrie at his best.
Bro, I'm not. But you're underestimating.
And we're talking about what Luka could do on his own.
And what
Luka did with these bags.
So who are you underestimating on those teams? A lot of people apparently.
Bro, I'm just telling you who I think.
No, I'm talking about a serious final contender. You think the Mavs are a finals contender this year? That's absurd.
Until I see otherwise, which might be quick.
That's absurdity.
Okay, whatever. And
you can't have 7 finals contenders in one conference, bro.
You can because the West is fucking insane.
You can't. I got 4, and that's pushing it, and then I got 2 in the East.
But if you're asking,
I got 6 teams that I could see making the finals
with no if attached, with no if, ands, or buts attached. Okay, I got Grizzlies, Nuggets, Lakers, and then I got the Bucks, Celtics, Knicks. Just because I am strong on this belief that I think
got 6 teams.
I think the Knicks can take down one of the Bucks or the Celtics. Okay, and that's fair.
So yeah.
Okay,
that's more realistic. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
because 7 teams in one conference is bananas.
Because I said the Pelicans too.
8 teams in one conference is bananas.
Yeah.
So wait, what, bro?
But that's what I'm saying. So
I get it. The West is deep. I get it.
What I said was that if there are all these ifs and shit attached, that's why I'm giving you 8 teams. Like, these 8 teams at their best, I think can go to the finals. I absolutely believe so. But you're talking about the Pelicans being healthy, the Mavericks with perfect chemistry with Luka and Kyrie, the Clippers with perfect health, and the Warriors just, jizzing. I don't fucking know. They're going to have to pull something out of their hat for them to actually win.
Apparently out of their dick with what you just said.
But I'm not going to sit here and deny a team that's won 4 championships. They won 2 years ago when we thought they were done. And
I didn't think they were done 2 years ago.
But most of the league probably want to have pegged them as championship winners in the beginning of the year.
I definitely.
They still had to say it was Celtics
3.
84% to the Warriors 14%.
Yeah. Oh no! Once the finals came, I was like, bro, the Warriors are about to smack them. When I saw that graphic, 84 to fucking 16 or whatever, I was like, are you guys stupid?
Did they ask the fucking senior home? Like, what the fuck?
Because immediately when I saw that lineup or that matchup, I was like, yeah, Warriors are about to smack the shit out of them. Yeah. And I've never been a huge Warriors fan. That one fucked me up, too. I was like, huh?
Either way, the West is a fucking nightmare, and I can't wait for it. We're going to be here every week soon.
But the thing is, too, I'm so, which sounds weird, I'm so sad because so many good teams are not going to make the playoffs. Yeah, and it's weird to me.
I think, but you already know how this goes. We get an injury week 1, we get an injury week 2, then someone gets popped for the year. So, you know what I mean? Not popped. Like, no one gets shot.
Someone no one gets done the fuck up.
I hope no one gets shot because then you're going to be like,
Ja's coming back for revenge.
Ja just shoots Jokic in the knee. Takes out the Nuggets. Like, you know what I mean? Jesus. No, but like,
we find
I understand. Like, right now it seems like a big clusterfuck, but I promise you, as the season goes along, a couple of these teams are going to lose somebody.
I mean, Josh said that they were fine in the West this year, or last year. No one's fine in the West this year.
Oh, yeah, no.
I think it could just be a crapshoot of... Like I said, bro, I feel like in a couple years, bro, I feel like right now maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like, bro, the top seed could have 48 fucking wins and the bottom seed could have 30. Just because it could be so fucking close.
So, with that being said, we're going to be here weekly soon, giving you one episode after another. I'm really looking forward to this season. Can't wait to cover it with my guy and some guests.
Yeah, we're going to have guests
we got
periodically.
Some plans for you. We got some plans for you. But that being said, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, sell your souls. Get on the train or get the train run on you. We're here. Matt, end us off the right way.
I haven't been drinking this.
Matt don't drink water anymore. No, I'm capping. I hope he drinks water.
It's not. There's
all right,
too
Matt,
much.
end us off the right way. All right, Matt, end us off the right way.